If you're greeting, press pound.
Hey, this is Marche. Please leave me a message. I'll get back to you soon. Pound.
Nothing recorded. Record. At the end of your greeting, press pound.
Hey, this is Marche. Leave me a message. Pound.
If you are satisfied with your greeting, press pound. If you would like to re-record your greeting, press star. To replay your personal options, administrative options.
You get the point. So what's going on here is my phone is calling Marche, but I'm using a server in the middle to proxy the call, which spoofs caller ID. So Marche gets a phone call from herself, but she's in a conference, so her phone's off, and she doesn't answer. So it rolls over to her voicemail to take a message, but voicemail says, oh, Marche is calling. Dump her into admin mode, right? This is really easy. It's actually an embarrassingly easy hack. Hackers wouldn't be impressed at all, but it turns out I can get into your voicemail. So we could have listened to her messages, which I didn't do just to be nice, but anyway, more ridiculous stuff that the hackers can do. A couple of quick stories. Anybody recognize this guy? This is a hacker named Sammy. Sammy wanted to meet chicks on MySpace. Anybody here use MySpace? No? Okay, well MySpace is like 45% of the internet. The rest is BitTorrent, so you might want to check it out sometime. Sammy wanted to meet chicks on MySpace, as he'd heard other people were doing, but it turns out to do that, you've got to have friends on MySpace. Sammy didn't have any friends on MySpace, so he wrote a little bit of JavaScript code, which he had put in his profile on MySpace, on his page, so that whenever you look at his page, it would just automatically add you as his friend. Normally you have to request and accept and all that. This eliminated all the annoying overhead. It just automatically adds you as Sammy's friend. It also puts a tag on your page that says Sammy is my hero. And then it copies the code onto your page so that whenever anybody looks at your page, it'll add them as Sammy's friend too. And under 24 hours, Sammy had over 1 million friends on MySpace. He's now serving 3 years probation. I think MySpace should have hired him. Even better, Christopher Abad, another hacker we know. This guy also wanted to meet chicks on MySpace, but was having spotty results. So what he did is he took Spam Assassin, which is an open source spam filter. Normally you train it on email. You say, here's legitimate email, here's some spam, and then it tries to figure out on incoming email how to sort things out. Well, instead, Christopher Abad just took profiles from girls he dated and liked, trained Spam Assassin on those as email that's legitimate, profiles from girls he dated and not liked, added them as spam, and then ran it against every profile on MySpace, outspent girls you might like to date, right? I think there's at least 3 startups here. You know, what do we need Match.com for? We've got Spam Assassin. All right. This is a picture of the most common lock in America. It's on half of the front doors in America. Anybody here ever try to pick locks? Oh yeah, got a few? Okay, the rest of you, I don't know what you did with your childhood, but picking locks, it requires OCD. It's really slow and tedious, and you're sticking little tools in there and finicking with them, and I'm no good at that. But fortunately, there's a new game in town, which works like this. This is the lock, like the one I just showed you. It's the same one that's on the front door of my house. And this is a key that fits the lock, but it's the wrong key for the lock. It's the right brand, but it won't open the lock. But what I've done is I've filed the teeth down until the lowest setting. So I can put that key in there, smack it a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on it. Boom. I just picked the lock. We're in. I don't know any more about this than you do at this point. It's a really easy way to pick locks. It works on every kind of lock, not just this one. And I call it lock picking for ADD kids. I have a keychain here with the same type of key for every other kind of lock. And I brought some extras so that if you want one, just come see me after the talk and I'll give you one. You guys can all try this out yourself. It's really easy. Just put it in and bang on. Okay. Anybody use these USB thumb drives to, you know, have your friends print Word documents for you? Right? Well, I use them too. Mine's a little different. I can give it to you to print out a Word document or give me an Excel document or something. But while you're doing that, in the background, invisibly, it's copying all your My Documents onto my invisible folder here. Everything from your browser history and your cookies and everything all goes into a little hidden directory on here for backup. Or in case I need it. Okay, we're going to try another ridiculous demo. Anybody here use credit cards?
No.
All right, well, we know credit cards are wildly insecure. A waitress can write down your credit card number and go shopping, right? Well, turns out the credit card industry, benevolent as they are, went out of their way to make credit cards more secure. So the way that works is they put RFIDs in them. So now they're secure, and it comes with a little letter in the mail explaining how now it's secure and you don't have to worry about it. Whenever somebody claims something secure, we start looking into it. So Eric Johansson and I started diving into the security of this, and we figured we were going to have to crack the crypto, and we started tooling up for that. We bought a bunch of RFID gear. One of the things we got was this reader off eBay for $8. It's like the reader on the counter at Starbucks. And what we did is we plugged it into our computer, and I don't know if you can see this. We wrote a little bit of code, but you know, this is easy code, not hard code. In my pocket, I have my fancy new credit card. Beep. Oh, that's my whole damn credit card number. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the expired one. My mom calls me Paul. So it turns out that these cool new credit cards are so secure that I can steal them just by getting near your ass with my reader. I don't even have to bribe the waitress anymore. Okay, so what's the point of all this? Okay, this is a bunch of crap, but basically this is a protocol diagram. I wanted to illustrate a point here. This is a protocol diagram for SSL, which is the encryption in your computer. You don't need to know anything about that. That doesn't matter. The whole point is that it shows this happens, and then that happens, and then the server says this, the client says that. There's a bunch of, stuff going on. This is the kind of thing a hacker might waste his time on, figuring out every little point in that protocol where it might be attacked.